Greetings, YouTube. You have worked way back into the WGS Arcade. We're back with more time, Tenshi. And you saw in the last episode, we kind of saw what happens in the time window and why the girls are doing it. So this is the next day. So I woke groggily and stepped out into the hallway. Standing around near the end of the West Hall was Rose, tapping on her cell phone. Hearing my door open, she glanced up and beamed over a smile. She wore her usual around-the-lab outfit. Kenji, this way. I was about to get some breakfast. I nodded and walked over to her, following her into the cafeteria. Have a seat. I'll grab you something real quick. You like muffins? Yeah, sure. That sounds fine. Cool. I'll slice one open and get it all nice and warm for you. Just take a seat. I'll join you for some breakfast. Her voice was reassuring and soothing as she gracefully stepped over to the kitchen area. I heard the sound of beeps from the microwave. I sat there thinking of the events from yesterday. How crazy it was to see these incredibly intelligent girls do physical combat with other shady-looking ladies. This whole situation kept getting weirder. Eventually, after a few more beeps from the kitchen area, Rose returned, carrying 2 plates. Each one had a blueberry muffin. Oh, boy. We're staring at 3 muffins here, if you kind of get my drift. She smiled as she handed me my plate. Enjoy. I hope you like blueberry. Thank you, and yeah, it's one of my favorites. Ooh, me too. Boysenberry, too. Have you ever had orange cranberry? I shook my head. It sounded like a strange combination to me. Okay, are we not paying attention to the fact that she has 2 different colored eyes? Ooh, those are so hard to find sometimes, but they're definitely worth it. She paused to take a bite out of her muffin, her posture and mannerisms very posh and refined. Kyo always carries around those rice cracker things. Makes me wonder how unhealthy they are. Well, they can't be that bad, judging by how well she stays in shape. I suppose that's true. I do love baking all sorts of treats for her. She really seems to appreciate them. Michelle won't get near my projects, though. Why is that? Does Michelle not think your baking is good? Nah, I think she just avoids eating a lot of gluten or something. Michelle is weird. She's really bossy and strict sometimes, but she means well. I raised an eyebrow. Where'd that come from? What do you mean? I was just making conversation. Michelle is really sweet, but she can be a bit strange at times. Like sometimes when I go out to get a midnight snack, I see her in the lab tinkering around. Well, that makes sense considering she's the main technician of the time window. Rose sighed. Yeah, I suppose you have a point. Still, sometimes I hear her muttering to no one while she's in there. Just kind of weird to me. Did you want anything else, by the way? Me? Oh no, I'm fine. This muffin is fantastic. Oh, thanks. I could see her blush at my compliment. Made them myself. They were a joy to bake. Really? You should let me help sometime. Her head perked up as she looked at me, a pink hue still over her shocked face. She shook her head a bit, giggling and smiling wide. Hee, well, I greatly appreciate that, Kenji. For now, you should go see Kyo. I heard she wanted to go out shopping for some new clothes today. Alright, does she really need me there? Well, truth is, Tensei just wants you to get out of the lab for a bit. Get some fresh air and a nice walk. It's only been like 2 days. Yeah, but he just likes to worry. He worries about us too, but I think he worries more about you, especially since you're kind of his grandson and all. Don't know why he hasn't been around that much when I was growing up. Does it mean he can't care about flesh and blood, Kenji? He was a busy man, and he still is. She stepped from the bench and took my plate. Now, go out and see Kyo. She should be in the entertainment room, as usual. Gotcha. Thanks again for breakfast, Rose. It's no problem, Kenji. I'm glad you liked it. She gave me one last broad smile before walking back over to the kitchen. I offered to help with the dishes, but she told me she could easily handle a couple of plates. With that, I went back out to the hallway and made my way into the entertainment center. Kyo was indeed there, lounging and just watching TV. I sat on a nearby recliner. Yo! She casually waved, not taking her eyes off the TV. She looked tired. You alright, Kyo? Huh? Her head rolled over slowly, looking at me with half-open eyes. She yawned slowly. It was a soft, cute, squeaky yawn, accompanied by her stretching out her arms and thrusting her chest forwards. I did my best not to stare. I'm fine. Just a long trip yesterday. Wore me out. I heard from Michelle that you were watching. Yeah, I was just curious as to... What we do out there? We're supposed to be just there so Michelle can observe history. We usually just chill until she tells us to return. Maybe go look around the countryside, follow some of Michelle's instructions as she tells us through the window. Maybe grab a bite to eat. Aren't you worried that if you do something like that, bump into someone or break something that... What, we'd rip a hole in the space-time continuum? I could tell from her tone that she was ribbing me, and she let out a loud laugh before explaining herself. The way I see it, Kenji, is that when we go back in time, we travel upstream in a river. I don't believe in the butterfly effect. I believe that when we travel back, we go upstream, and we end up wherever the time window wants us to end up. There was a silence as I took in her words. While Kyo was always seen sort of flighty, she had some decent theories on time travel. In other words, I'm not one to buy into the butterfly effect. I don't think much of time travel movies anyway. Excuse me? Once again, there was another pause as she looked over at me, snickering with a sly grin on her face. Lighten up, Kenji. Come on, I got some shopping to do. Join me upstairs and help me out, will you? Alright, what did you need to buy anyway? She took me by the arm suddenly and lifted me up, her skirt twirling above her waist. I tried to maintain eye contact with her. Don't worry about it, silly. Just come on. She led me to the elevator, pushed the button, but not before Michelle came by, exiting the research lab area. She arched her eyebrow at us, Kyo's arm still wrapped around my own. You two stay out of trouble, okay? Whatever, Mom! Kyo stuck out her tongue at Michelle, who merely shrugged and walked away. The way Michelle addressed us, it made it sound as if we were going on a date or something. And as if Kyo could read my mind, she turned to me and smiled. Not nervous to go out with a girl as cute as me, are you? No, of course not, Kyo. So you won't mind if I pretend that you're my boyfriend while we're up there? What? Okay, so you do mind then. She said that with a wink. I had to let out the initial shock pass by and I shook it off. She was obviously toying with me. I tried to play it a bit cooler. I mean, of course not. I don't mind one bit. Whatever, Romeo. I was just kidding around. Keep it in your pants, tough guy. I felt myself go red as a tomato as the elevator doors finally swung open, Kyo pulling me inside and watching the doors shut behind us. Today should be interesting, I thought to myself. Kyo and I walked the streets, making our way towards the town. I tried to make small talk on the way there. So, Kyo, shouldn't we stay at the lab and help out or something? She rolled her eyes and laughed again. Gosh, Kenji, chill! As much as I am aware that the lab is super important, they have my cell number and can call anytime. We need to get out of the lab once in a while and relax and have fun and enjoy the fresh air. Plus, I kinda wanted to talk. It's nice to be able to get to know someone new after being in the lab all the time. I thought you just said that. Well, between the three of us girls, I'd say I'm the most active. I get out, go to the local parties and stuff. I try to have a bit of fun outside of the whole time window business that I have to do in the meantime. It's refreshing. Michelle, I don't know if she ever leaves the lab. Most of the time I can get Rose to tag along with me. We have some fun. Michelle never joins us though. She says it's just kid stuff and she has work to do. Is Michelle really that uptight? I wouldn't call her uptight. She just has a lot of stuff in her mind. She maintains the time window like it's her firstborn child. Hee hee. Man, so my grandfather, his plans were really taken over by her, weren't they? I have to say, Tensei would really just wanted to make something. He wanted to make that push. I'm sure that you heard that already a million times. Michelle, though, she wanted to do more. She took a much greater interest in the time window than Tensei after a while. She really wanted to push it to its limits. And most of the things we can do, like those fancy weapons and outfits, were all a result of her research. She's always looking out for us, even if she does seem stern and controlling. I nodded and went silent, letting us walk together as we stepped into the small suburb. Eventually we got into the store. Okay. I missed the title of it, but before I knew it, I was surrounded by women's lingerie. What? Shh, Kenji, calm down. Look, I was dumb yesterday and left my bra on when I went through the time window. So I wanted to get a new one. Does that happen often? More often than I'm willing to admit, perv. Oh, no, I didn't mean. Shut up and help me look. She took my hand and giggly, playfully pulling me deeper into the racks of clothing. I was slowly realizing how risque her current outfit was and was wondering how she was okay wearing it even in public. I thought it was just an around the lab sort of outfit, but apparently not. She held up a lacy black bra and held it to her chest. How's this look to you, Kenji? Good. Looks nice. Amazing response, Kenji. Glad I brought you with me. She responded sarcastically, rolling her eyes but still smiling as she returned the bra to the rack and pulled out another. This happened for a while, bra after bra, as she continued looking through them until she found one she really wanted. Ooh, this one is a foot clasp. I should try this one on. I don't have one of these yet. Come on, Kenji, I'll need your opinion. What? Before I could say anything, I was being dragged into the fitting rooms, Kyo disappearing behind one of the doors and fiddling with her outfit. I stood outside awkwardly, shuffling my feet and waiting for her to make a decision. Suddenly, the door flew open to reveal Kyo. Whoa, Nelly! What do we think? I think that is a wonderful view. I mean, grade A, fantastic view. Kyo, do you really think it's okay to be out in just a bra and... Just hurry up and give me your opinion. Does it look nice or what? Boner alert! Level 3! Boner alert! Level 3! She held her hands up to them and I tried my hardest to keep from having a nosebleed. I nodded, giving a slow thumbs up. She giggled again, shutting the door and finishing up her business. She's doing this on purpose, isn't she? I muttered that to myself before the door swung back open, Kyo being fully covered again, much to my relief and dismay. She took me by the arm and went up to the front counter, paying for the piece lingerie before escorting me out with a smile. Thanks again for coming with me, Kenji. It's no problem, Kyo. I just kind of wanted to get your mind off the lab, off that incident. I could feel things suddenly go very serious, the mood shifting dramatically as she said the word incident. Yeah. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up. It's fine, Kyo. Really. I think I need to talk about it eventually. I just don't know if I'm ready yet or not. I felt her hand slip up around my arm until she took my hand into hers. I looked up and saw her look me in the eye, comforting yet direct. If you ever need someone to talk to, Kenji, I'm here, okay? I may not have known you long, but we're friends now. That's the way things are when you join up with us, okay? I took her in her words before letting out a slight nod, giving her a smile. She beamed back at me. Good. Now let's get home. She paused and let out a yawn. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I need to lay down. Oh, she needs to lay down. Why is she in the time vortex window place? But before we're going to answer that, guys and gals, we're going to go ahead and call it an episode. And when we come back to the arcade, we're going to see what other things await us with Kyo, with Michelle and Rose, and growing breasts. I really don't know what else to say, but to say I am your friendly neighborhood Wrestlegamer, and I will see you at the next Warp Zone. Bye, guys! I continued watching from the monitor, seeing the scene play out one bit at a time. Waterfall! Waterfall!
That was alright. Oh.
Oh, fuck.